ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. This is Tanush, and today we'll be discussing on a very important topic, which is conjunction of Rahu with Sun. So I'm making this video after quite some time because I was quite busy with my profession of software. So whenever you get some screwed up project, you kind of will be busy for the next coming 4 or 5 months. It's an occupational hazard. So I did make a video on Rahu, and now I'll be making videos of conjunction of Rahu with all other planets. And we'll start with Sun, because Sun is the king of all the planets, right? So Rahu, as we discussed, is the most mystical planet. It is head without the body, and hence it is never satisfied how much ever material desires are fulfilled, right? So it is never satisfied, it always wants more. And wherever Rahu is placed in one's horoscope, that particular aspect the person would be aspiring or hankering throughout the person's life. Rahu is also called as a magician. It's a smoky planet. It creates illusion. Rahu represents obsession to obtain desires through all the means possible, right? So the means may be good or the means may be bad. So it doesn't hesitate, to basically choose a path, so that may be moral or immoral, but the aim has to be achieved. So that is how Rahu works. Now, what does Sun represents, right? Sun is our ego. Sun represents our soul. It represents our personality. It represents stamina. It represents boldness in person's personality. It also represents fatherly figure, elders, government, and also government authorities. It also represents our superiors in our profession, people who we report to. So these are all represented by Sun. So there are many other things, but these are some of the important things. Now, when Sun is in close conjunction with any planet, Sun basically combusts the planet, meaning it burns away all the good qualities of the planet, and the person has to kind of suffer throughout the life, for whatever aspect that particular planet basically represents. Now, but when Rahu and Sun come together, the equation changes. So now Rahu basically eclipses the Sun. So Rahu impacts all the good qualities of the Sun. So whatever we discuss, what all things Sun represents, all those things will be impacted when Sun comes close, in close conjunction with Rahu. And so what we are going to discuss may not necessarily be true in all the cases, because it all depends on how close the conjunction is degree wise, which sign both Rahu and Sun are being placed, and which is the underlying nakshatra and padas, right? So there are many other things we need to consider. Don't take this literally, but it surely gives us a general trend, how to study this, basically this conjunction. If anyone has that in his chart, so they can at least understand at a high level how things would be, right? So let us discuss systematically different aspects which Sun represents. So the first aspect we'll consider is father, right? Because Sun represents father in a person's chart. So when Rahu conjuncts closely with Sun, what happens is that the relationship with father is greatly impacted. So the person might lose father at a very early age, or due to some reason the father may leave the person at a very early age, or maybe the father is staying far away, maybe in foreign place. So the person never gets the support and the emotional bonding with the father. So it always impacts on that front. This conjunction will also bring in a lot of differences or ego issues with father. So they can never come together, and even if they are together, they always have these ego issues, and they are never happy to be with each other. Now the second aspect which sun represents is government, right? So when this conjunction happens, the person generally is troubled by the government due to some issue, so which may be like tax evasion, or the person might have committed some crime for which the government is looking out for the person. So if the person is working for the government, so he or she might indulge in activities of cheating people or taking bribe, and due to this the person may have to face the law, right? Especially if this happens in the 12th house. So if this conjunction happens in the 12th house, obviously in a particular sign and nakshatra, then this kind of things might happen. Now sun also represents our superiors, like we discussed. So what happens at workplace is that the person with this Rahu Sun conjunction will always have issues with their boss, in the profession. They will have ego issues. They will be known for insubordination. That will be their primary nature. They'll always indulge in verbal conflicts with the superiors. They generally have a tendency to think that they deserve higher position, and they can always perform much better than their reporting manager or superiors. And they may also want to grab the position of their boss by any means, fair means or unfair means. So they are never happy with their reporting manager or boss, and they always want to take that position because they feel that they deserve that position. Now suppose a person is in a kind of manager role where some people are reporting to the person, then how this conjunction would work, right? So these kind of people, they demand respect, right? So they don't command respect. So there is a lot of difference, like, so demanding and commanding, right? So these people, they demand respect. People reporting to such person will always be dominated, and they will be pushed to the wall, as they say, and they are always insulted, right? Not many people would like to work for this kind of person or this kind of managers, and because these people, they generally like to flaunt their power and dominion over others. So it's very difficult to even work with them or work under them. It gets very difficult. Now Rahu inflates the ego of sun beyond boundaries, because Rahu generally amplifies things which it comes in contact. So one of the property of sun is ego. So when Rahu comes in conjunction with sun, it basically inflates the ego of that person. And if this conjunction is basically happening in the 7th house, then this person will have extreme ego issues with the spouse or the business partners, and they'll generally try to dominate people beyond limits. And if this conjunction happens in the 2nd house, then these people will exhibit similar qualities with the family members. So they always want to prove that they are superior to everyone, and they are born to lead. So they always try to dominate all the family members. If this happens in the 10th house, so they'll have issues with colleagues and superiors, which we have already discussed, right? Now if this conjunction happens in Upacha houses, meaning house 3, 6, 10 and 11, then it is considered little better. I mean, the percentage of damage what Sun and Rahu conjunction can do is reduced, to some extent, probably 25 to 30%, if this is happening in the Upacha houses, meaning houses 3, 6, 10 and 11. Now as per Vedic astrology, the person who has this conjunction will suffer, but after a matured age of, say, 35 to 40, Rahu basically releases the particular planet which it is in conjunction with. So in this case, Sun. So Rahu loses its grip over Sun, and then the sun's natural qualities will start coming out. And at this point of time, the person will understand, what all mistakes a person has committed, and at this age, the person might, revive his relationship with father, and may try to become a better person, right? So they'll handle things more maturely, and even relationships more maturely. So guys, these were my thoughts on Rahu and Sun conjunctions. Soon we'll meet again with another video, basically with Rahu and Moon conjunction, which is more interesting. So if you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching this video. I'll be back with the next video soon. Thank you so much.